This is the Atlantic Soccer Media Group, bringing you UPSL soccer coverage.
Good evening, everyone. It has been a whirlwind of a day today here in Riverdale, Georgia, as we see the final match of the UPSL Georgia Division I playoffs. It's Kalonji Pro Profile U23, North Georgia United, and it's next.
Cup fever is everywhere. He misses by an inch. Pass across the front, goalie's down. Goal! Cruising through midfield. Oh, look at that! What a move! It's all come down to this game. Hold on to your seats. The World Cup final is about to begin.
Welcome back to Southern Crescent Stadium here in Riverdale, Georgia. Kalonji Pro Profile U23s taking on North Georgia United in the final of 4 UPSL Georgia Division I quarterfinal playoff matches today. It's going to be a long one and it's going to be a doozy. Kalonji Pro Profile, no stranger to playoffs, no stranger to hardware. Let's see if their U23s have what it takes to make it to the final. Make it to the semifinal next week. North Georgia United, not too familiar. My first time with the pleasure of calling one of their games. Excited to see what they bring to the table. My name is Drew Dickinson. I am partnered tonight with Mr. Larry Weaver. We've had quite the weekend. This is our 6th game of the weekend for ASMG. 6th game. Still excited to bring you this matchup nonetheless. The officials are making their final preparations. So are both teams. We've had quite the day today. We began our morning at 11 a.m. with FC Atlanta Academy defeating Clayton International FC. We see Kalonji entering the field, followed up by FC Atlanta Academy's 3-0 win over Clayton International FC. We had Leminio Georgia's U20 taking on Birmingham FC's U23s. Birmingham went back home with a 3-1 victory. They'll play Dalton United December 11th. And to round out the evening, Kalonji Pro Profile take on North Georgia United to see who has a date with FC Atlanta Academy in the semifinal game number 2 next week. Just like to mention real quick, we apologize for the long delay, as in the LGSA Birmingham game, we had a player go down with a concussion, and as you all know, player safety and health is the number one concern here in the UPSL Georgia division. So we wanted to take our time and make sure that Mr. Arnal was brought off the field okay. He was able to walk off with his own power on his own 2 feet, but I guarantee he's got a concussion, and we just wanted to bring to everyone's attention who's watching at home. We apologize for the delay, but it was justified on its own. But we will get underway here in just a few minutes, as Atlantic Soccer Media Group has had a packed-filled weekend with UPSL Georgia Division games. Yesterday we had 2 games in a row. Our Premier Division had their semifinals. Atlanta United Academy taking on Vinotinto Atlanta. Atlanta United Academy sailed through that. Easy 4-0 win. Followed up by Atlanta Rovers FC taking on the 2nd seed LGSA Leminio. Quite honestly, one of the best games of the year, as Leminio went on to win 2-1, but believe it or not, they didn't score any goals, as we didn't have any goals come into play until 2 extra time periods, as Felix Nichols put Atlanta Rovers FC on top 1-0 in the first overtime period, and just a few minutes after his goal to hopefully send Rovers to their glory days, he commits an own goal, followed by another own goal by Rennie Matthews, and LGSA Leminio will meet Atlanta United Academy in the Premier Playoff Final either December 14th or December 17th. Be sure to check those games out on demand on the Atlantic Soccer Media Group YouTube channel. And we are still waiting to get underway here at Southern Crescent Stadium, as the delays in the last game due to a bench-clearing brawl between Dalton United and Atlanta City U23s. We're going to see a lot of fines, maybe some league banishment here, is that, you know, you tolerate a lot here in the game of soccer, but fighting and assault just isn't what we tolerate here in the UPSL. So a lot of people are going to be facing consequences for their actions tonight. If you missed it, be sure to check out that game on demand on our YouTube channel. Both teams still warming up. Division manager is having a chat with the officials, as the center official has the captains at half field. Coin toss is underway. We got a familiar face over on the sideline for Kalonji Pro Profile. Looks like they have their new head coach for their U23 squad, Mr. Karim Tamimi, a Georgia Gwinnett Grizzly standout, and the UPSL Georgia Golden Boot winner in the spring 2022 season. It's nice to see Karim back here in the UPSL. His Grizzlies were knocked off by Bethel in the NAIA National Championship just a few days ago. I expect to see Karim Tamimi move on to bigger and brighter pastures here in the near future. And if I do say so myself, I will be a little selfish, because I would love to see him back here in the UPSL Georgia Premier Division, as Kalonji Pro Profile are set to return to the Premier Division in the spring. They took a season off I was able to connect with their owner, manager, coach, Bruno Kalonji, after their defeat in the U.S. Open Cup to Beeman United. What a game that was. You can catch that on our YouTube channel on demand as well. Kalonji Pro Profile went up early. Beeman United tied up at the death in regular time. Goes to overtime. Kalonji Pro Profile down a man. Ties it up at the death in the second overtime period to force penalty kicks. And Profile just didn't have what it took to advance via penalties, as they sailed a couple wide and keeper made some really good saves for Beeman. And Beeman advances to the fourth round qualifying of the U.S. Open Cup. Beeman very familiar with some Georgia UPSL teams, as they played Georgia FC in the spring national playoffs earlier this year, knocking off Georgia FC in the Elite Eight 5-3. Beeman went on to the final and were the runner-up in the UPSL National Spring Championship earlier this year. Still unsure of what the delay is for the start time. All the officials are here. All 22 men are ready to go. While we figure out what the delay is, I'm going to lay out for just a few minutes, and we'll be back here right before the live action starts. As we move closer to kickoff here between North Georgia and Kalonji Pro Profile U23s, just heard the official blow the whistle for the start of the contest. We've already had captains. We've already had the coin toss. Kalonji Pro Profile are going to be in their red tops tonight, and North Georgia will be in their all-white kits. Officiating crew will remain in their blue tops. And Kalonji Pro Profile is beginning to line up, and they are going to take the field here in just a few seconds. The temperature continues to drop here in Riverdale, Georgia. You're just now right at 54 degrees. Say it's 54. They say it feels like 52, but I'm going to say more like 47. 47, maybe 48. Who knows? Both teams are now lined up on the touchline, ready to march out into the middle.
Good evening and welcome to Southern Crescent. This is the fourth and final match of the UPSL Georgia Division I 2022 Fall Playoffs. Today's matchup, Kalonji Pro Profile U23 takes on North Georgia United.
At this time, we do ask to please rise, remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
And we are under action here in Riverdale, Georgia. Southern Crescent Stadium. North Georgia United taking on Kalonji Pro Profile U23s. This is the final quarterfinal matchup here in the UPSL Georgia Division I playoffs. Who's going to earn a date with FC Atlanta Academy? We'll find out in about 89 and a half minutes. North Georgia in possession. Kalonji's goalkeeper comes off the line, collect that really easy shot. Referee changes his mind. It'll be a North Georgia throw. Fourth official from the previous match is now the center referee. North Georgia are going to try it one more time. Big throwing right to the corner of the 18. Bounces the box. One-time volley attempt for North Georgia. Sails over the bar. Goal kick, Kalonji. Don't have a roster tonight for Kalonji Pro Profile U23s. Got the roster in starting 11 for North Georgia. But those jersey numbers and that jersey color going to make it a little difficult for me to tell tonight. So I'm going to do the best I can, so just bear with me. Through ball attempt squandered away there by North Georgia. They had wide open right through the middle. Just not on the same page. Good camaraderie showed by the teammates there. He's going to want that goal kick back. Lifted it right in the air. About 35 yards. Big throwing down the line for North Georgia, right over the head of the profile defender. Nice bit of skill in the middle here. Through ball attempt. Almost successful. Almost made it through, did the profile attacker. Switch all the way over, playing down the left side. If he can keep it in bounds, he's got him behind the defense. Just a bit too heavy there by the profile midfielder on the switch. It's going to be a throw in for North Georgia. Right down the line, headed back to the thrower. He's got time and space in front of him. It's being closed down by the profile striker. Nice through ball. Quickly dispossessed by Kalonji Pro Profile. And North Georgia win back possession, and they storm the ball right up to the middle of the pitch. Turn right into the profile defender. Both teams playing a little bit too clogged in the middle. I'd like to see them spread it out a little bit. We're just 5 minutes in, still trying to feel each other out. One opportunity for North Georgia. It was a shot, sailed way over the bar. Kalonji still trying to feel themselves out. They're making some passes and making some nice runs. Trying to open up some space in the midfield. North Georgia seem to have a pretty disciplined back four here. As they are moving together, they don't want to get caught in a counterattack, so they're playing kind of deep. You know, it looks like a back three, actually. Looks like we're going to have another 3-5-2 formation. This time it's going to be in favor of North Georgia. Well, really, it might be. Yeah, it's a 3-5-2. Kalonji Pro Profile storming down the middle of the field. Lots of space in front. Tried to play a long ball. They just weren't on the same page. He went right. The runner went down the middle. Like I said, not too much time into this game. That's an easy mistake to clean up. And I expect to see Profile clean that up as time moves on into this matchup. Kalonji Pro Profile and Dalton United were each winners of their divisions. But I'll be honest with you, we may have seen the last of Dalton United here in the UPSL. We're going to have to wait and see what the decisions are, because their actions are going to be served with lots of consequences. As Profile able to break through that back line. Shot on goal. He tried to go near post and just sailed it wide. Another goal kick for North Georgia. Just like their senior team, Kalonji Pro Profile really putting the pressure on. Not allowing North Georgia any room to breathe. That Kalonji press has always been swell for this club, even at their highest level. Bit too heavy of a pass there from Kalonji, intercepted in the midfield by North Georgia. Kalonji play it far on the right side. He's in behind the defense. He's also inside the 18, but he's down there on the goal line. Plays it across, intercepted by Dalton as they look to clear it out quickly and mount a counterattack of their own. Kalonji playing a 4-3-3 formation. 4 fullbacks, 3 midfielders, 3 attacking players. Dalton are set up for the counterattack. Kalonji are going to try and control the midfield. Intercepted in the midfield once again by Kalonji. Long ball attempt, try to loop it over that sweeper. Just not high enough. Nutmeg got it on the other side. North Georgia wants a handball. I think the Kalonji player got a little anxious, thinking the handball was going to be called, so he played the ball a little too quickly. Play of the whistle. Do not let the other team dictate what it is that you do on the pitch. Once you hear the whistle, then you stop play. You see way too many times these players on some of these teams here in the UPSL divisions want to complain to the official. They want nothing to complain about because he won't blow on the whistle regardless. So just play on, keep your composure. Going out of bounds for a profile throw-in close to their bench. John Sanchez is going to take this throw for North Georgia. Throws it right down the line. Kalonji able to get a head on it, clear it right up the middle. They need to be careful. Lots of white shirts in behind the defense already. Don't want to get caught making a sloppy pass just like that. First long ball attempt there by North Georgia. Kalonji read it all the way. Cleared up the right side. They can keep it in bounds. They've got one shirt chasing down to his right side. Heavy touch. He did win a throw-in. He knows he had a nice opportunity there. Just a bit of a heavy touch. Clean that up. May have a goal-scoring opportunity on your hands. Why don't you take a square throw in? Nice little battle over there on the right side. It's going to go out for a profile throw in once again. This one's going to be a North Georgia throw this time. Nice defensive play by the visitors. Georgia have some time in the middle as they carry it right over half field. Try to play a through ball, deflected off Kalonji, back into the possession of the home team. Turns it right into the profile player. Player turns right into the North Georgia player who wins it back. North Georgia streaking down that left side. Nice defensive recovery here by Kalonji Pro Profile, forcing a North Georgia throw in deep in their own third. Going to get a long throw in here, right into the box. Great throw in by Dalton, right at the top of the six, cleared away. I'm sorry, by North Georgia, cleared at the top of the box by Kalonji. Kalonji trying to climb out of their own third. Dalton, I keep saying Dalton, I don't know why. North Georgia applying some pressure, trying to lock Kalonji back in their own third here.
I think you're still recovering from that last match.
Never seen anything like it.
After two unusually entertaining yet unbelievable matches, we come out so far in these first 16 minutes and we're rather calm.
I agree.
We talk about these two teams. Kalonji Pro Profile U23, the 2 seed winners of the East region, come in with a 7-0-3 record. Their last match last Sunday was a 3-0 victory over the Atlanta City FC U23 that we just saw. In the last match, North Georgia United, they come in as a 6 seed on a 5-2-3 record. Their last match was a 11-1 victory over Atlanta City's U20.
Okay.
So both of these teams just got done with that Atlanta City team. North Georgia United scored 39 goals for the season. Kalonji Pro Profile scored 37 for the season. Kalonji Pro Profile with a plus 20 goal differential. North Georgia with a plus 16 goal differential. So both of these teams are very close in style, and you're already seeing it in these first few minutes, this first 20 minutes of the match, where they're very, very, it's a very neutral game right now.
Yep. We saw that earlier today as well, Larry. A lot of these teams have been very well matched together.
Nice little strike on goal there, just goes wide. And this is the fun part of the playoffs, where we've had a couple matches that were East versus West, but then we also had matches that were same side divisions against each other. So this has been a fun little playoff so far, minus some of the shenanigans that went down in the last match, which were intolerable, to say the least. Definitely hope that for the LGSA Lamino squad and the player that was severely injured, that he will recover.
I hope so. Nice little battle we have going on right now between Kalonji Pro Profile U23 and North Georgia United. Give a foul on Kalonji. Free kick North Georgia, right in front of the Kalonji bench.
Pretty harsh little tackle there by the Kalonji defense. It's going to set up a real good opportunity here for the Atlanta City player. We're just about a yard and a half, 2 yards out of, well, no, they moved it back a little bit. So, but you're looking at about 5 yards out of the box here, Drew.
Great opportunity, Larry. We've seen a few of these today that it's just close enough to where it's kind of difficult to make the ball dip down at that right second to find the top of the net. Let's see if North Georgia have some magic.
And again, more of this stat that we keep referring to again and again and again, these team-oriented goals. North Georgia coming into this match with 14 different individual goal scorers. Kalonji Pro Profile U23 coming into this match with 11 different goal scorers. Really, really interesting to see that we're seeing far more team effort this season. Shot goes well over the bar. For North Georgia, their top goal scorer being Sean McKeever, who's on 7 goals. Kalonji Pro Profile Kai Jenkins has 8 goals. Darius Jones has 7 goals. So
That's a lot spreading around. North Georgia keep it in. Looks like they kept it in. Officials disagree. It's going to be a throw-in for Kalonji right at half field. Throwing for Profile, arguably in the same spot as last time. They go right down the line. Bounces off the North Georgia player right to their feet in North Georgia, but Profile swarm and win it right back. got a profile player down injured. Referee sees it, but he's allowing play to continue as the profile player gingerly gets up to his feet. And he's back in action. Long shot attempt. Didn't get anything behind it. Easy save for the profile goalkeeper. We're in the 23rd minute. Kalonji Pro Profile U23s taking on North Georgia United. The score remains tied at 0. This is the final of 4 quarterfinal matchups in the UPSL Georgia Division I playoffs. Birmingham have advanced. Dalton United have advanced. FC Atlanta Academy have advanced. The winner of this has a date with FC Atlanta Academy next week. And the winner of that game plays the winner of Dalton United and FC Birmingham U23s. Those teams will play in the final of the Division I playoff championship. Kalonji Pro Profile and Dalton have won their respective divisions. Profile, as of now, will move up to the Premier Division. But if their Premier team decides to take their place back in the division, U23 Profile will remain in Division 1. It's just how the cookie crumbles.
And with the changes that are going to be made in the spring season, Drew, we'll actually see Kalonji's U23s get absorbed into what would be their reserve team, being that starting in the spring season, if you have a second team, that team will go into the reserve league and not into the Division 1. And it works for a couple different reasons. It works because it allows a team to have one roster and not have to worry about moving players between a Division 1 team and a Premier team, have to worry about
who's eligible, who's not.
Who's eligible, who's not. Roster freezes because late in the season you have to freeze the roster for playoff potentials. So that is freed up.
You also want to avoid a lot of bitching from other teams. Well, he's got 10 goals in the Premier Division. Why is he playing? It's just
exactly. And it also, you don't end up at the end of the season where you have teams that are ineligible to be promoted, but they're also the top team in Division 1. And why is it that a second place team or even a third place team gets promoted when we beat them?
Yep.
It just eliminates all of that headache.
Profile play the ball to the far post. Played a little bit too far. Larry is going to knock it out for a goal kick for North Georgia. That all makes sense. I hope everybody watching at home understands what we mean when we say two teams or one team that has a team in the Premier Division and in Division 1. That Division 1 team cannot be promoted to the Premier League as long as that Division 1 team remains. A few teams have a team in Division 1 and the Premier Division. One that I could think of the top of my head is FC Birmingham, who have booked a date in the semifinal next week.
Yeah, we have multiple teams that have teams in both divisions, whether it be Lamino, whether it be Birmingham, whether it be Rovers. Kalonji even has two teams, one on the east side, one on the west side in Division 1, even though their premier team took the season off. And it was really the best choice for Kalonji, to be honest, with a lot of their star players competing in college
and overseas.
And I can spit out my words.
Easy for you to say, right?
Exactly. It's been a long day.
Gosh, it has. It's been a long weekend.
You had, Kareem Tamimi with his just stud performance with GGC this fall. They've had several players that, like you said, they had spent time over in Germany. Kalonji Pro Profile has been developing a very good path to the professional side in Germany.
Can't forget about Tony Tiente. He has received a full-time contract offer from Atlanta United 2 that he has accepted. That is another former teammate of Kareem Tamimi with the Kalonji Pro Profile Premier Division team.
And he was another player that had the opportunity to go overseas, got to play a little bit in lower division Germany, got the itch to move up. He got the opportunity with Atlanta United 2. And he's really, I think, if anything, Tony Tiente is a beacon for these players in the UPSL to show what is possible. With hard work, and he was given a chance with the, because Atlanta United squad, both their top squad and their 2 squad, were severely injured.
Yeah, they had to bring players up, find players to come and fill those gaps.
And he was given a small contract, but he was given a chance, and he made the best of what opportunity was given, and gave Atlanta United no choice, but they had to give him a contract because he was playing that well. And really, I believe that if Atlanta United had not done so, somebody else would have.
Absolutely.
And you have to look at Andrew Carrollton. He also was playing with Kalonji Pro Profile's top team in the Premier Division in the spring. He's currently over at San Diego Loyal in the USL.
Andrew Carrollton, if you're not up to par with him, he's one of the first homegrown players in the history of Atlanta United. His little brother, Alan Carrollton, is pulling the strings for the Atlanta United Academy team. He unfortunately was out injured yesterday. Coach Silva told me he's injured. Hopefully he'll be back in for the finals next week. And, partner, I just wanted to deliver some unfortunate bad news for you. Your Chefs fell to the Bengals 27-24 in an AFC Championship rematch. Patrick Mahomes' 26-game win streak in November and December has been snapped by Joe Cool Burrow.
Burrow has just had an upper hand on them these last few years.
Get back into live action here. We're approaching the 30th minute here in the first half. Score still slotted at 0. Kalonji Pro Profile U23 taking on North Georgia United here in the 4th and final quarterfinal matchup in the UPSL Division I playoffs. FC Birmingham U23, Dalton United, FC Atlanta Academy have booked their trips to the semifinal. Looked to be a foul in the box by the goalkeeper for Kalonji Pro Profile. Referee disagrees as it completely took the player out. The player's still down on his bottom, questioning the call as the referee points to the goal kick.
Well, let's take a look ourselves, Drew, and see if we decide if it was or not.
Nice bit of skill.
Moves the ball forward. Good save.
I mean, Larry, come on, man. Right in front of the AR.
That looks like a penalty.
Didn't get any ball. No wonder the confusion by the offensive player for North Georgia as they were let down by the officiating crew. It happens, but you can't squander away a call like that if you're the referee, especially if the center official's right there. You throw in for Profile.
I have to take his word for it.
Yeah.
The AR that's on the other side. I kind of have to share a household with him, so I have to have a little talk to him afterwards. Say, what you think you see there, son?
Kalonji Pro Profile will eat up the North Georgia attempt to mount a counterattack inside the own half of Profile. They're looking to mount a counterattack themselves. Long ball played over to the right side. He's got some space in front of him as he is closed down by the North Georgia defender. Cuts it back to the left. He's inside the 18. Goes for a near post shot. Deflects off North Georgia. It looked like. But the way that all the body language is that it's going to be a goal kick for North Georgia.
Yeah, that'll be a goal kick. He just drug his foot as he tried to make that shot. Just didn't get any power on it whatsoever.
Nice dummy here on the right side. Unsuccessful for North Georgia. Nice attempt, though. I like it.
So far, North Georgia, the better of the positive play these last 10 minutes. Another mistake there by the back line of Kalonji.
Ooh.
And a solid little foul right there.
It's nice to see the players not attacking each other after a foul this game.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Oh, silly play there by Profile. Hospital ball played right on the top of the 6. Goalkeeper came out just in time to get a clearance on it. Kalonji in possession right in front of their bench. Nice bit of skill here by number 11. Spinning away from the competition. Giving us switch fields here for profile, but they put it right back in the middle. As number 9 has lots of speed in front of him and lots of field in front of him. Nice little move. Keep it on the outside. Let the ball get in front of him a little bit too much. North Georgia able to capitalize. This game has been strumming right along. We're already in the 33rd minute, approaching the 34th. Not too many dead balls. Wouldn't expect too much stoppage, as we've had almost 3 hours of stoppage combined just today only from these officials. Left-footed shot attempt. Far post. I saw what he was trying to do. He's trying to bend it far post from the right side of the 18. Nice attempt. Just sent it a little too high, and it sailed wide left. It's going to be a goal kick for North Georgia. Great opportunity there for Kalonji Pro Profile U23s to put them up 1-0. Just put a little bit too much power on that one. Not enough bend. Nice goal kick. Flick on for North Georgia. The goalkeeper was in great position for Kalonji Pro Profile. Came out and played like that fourth sweeper position. We really see that a lot here in European football, as these coaches like to use a 12th man, or that 11th man, as a field player. You see it with Allison, Ederson, Diego Costa. Lots of goalkeepers becoming that fourth or fifth sweeper, allowing and utilizing the legs. The reason why I mention that is because, yeah, everybody can punt it, everybody can throw it, but you risk losing possession. And some of these crazed coaches, like Pep Guardiola, is obsessed with soccer. He's going to do anything he can to maintain as much possession to give his team an opportunity to find a counterattack and put the ball in the back of the net.
Well, I can understand that obsession, because this game is simple. It's about moving the ball forward in positive possession, and you need to be able to get the ball to feet. Yes. And then you need just sending the ball forward with a hope and a prayer is not enough.
No.
It needs to go to a teammate. It needs to continue to play. Whether it's a simple pass back to build up momentum, to build up your team, or if you've already got guys on runs and you can slot the ball from position to position, move forward, positive play.
Yep. But it's all about matchups. One crazy lineup we saw in the English Premier League about 15 years ago was when Sir Alex Ferguson started 9 defensive players against a depleted Arsenal squad. And United went on to win that game 6-2. And if you really think about it, when you look at the lineup on paper, you would call the coach crazy. But it's tactics. It worked. And the closest to anything that I've ever seen of the tactical geniuses of Sir Alex Ferguson is Pep Guardiola. He's arguably the second greatest coach I've ever seen coach a game of soccer, especially with the squad that he's had at Barcelona and Manchester City. Tactical domination is something you really don't see much in lower level soccer. Have a free kick here for North Georgia. Ball's played to the far post. Headed away by Kalonji. North Georgia put it right back into the danger zone. Headed away once again by Profile. Another head by Profile. This one time it goes backwards, trying to save it from going out for a corner. They keep it in bounds. Volley from North Georgia played to the far post. Profile headed away again. North Georgia maintain possession on the left side. Overlapping run. He opts against it. Nice bit of skill here by North Georgia. Kalonji Pro Profile saw just one too many short, cute little touches. Able to take advantage and clear the ball away. But North Georgia playing some great defense, not allowing Profile out of their own half. Looked like a handball. And once again, Profile stop playing and demand the referee make a call. That just takes them out of their heads. As the goalkeeper makes a nice save, routine save. Marches up to the top of the 18, makes a couple of bounces, rolls it out to the right. I'd like to see the Profile player get just a few more yards out onto the wing here. Give the goalkeeper a little bit more room to work with. The further out those wingbacks hit the chalk, the more it draws out those offensive players or defenders to come mark them, creating more space in the middle. Nice little flick to himself there for the North Georgia player over on the right side. Pulls it back. Plays it across the middle. Finds his man. Cuts it back on the inside. Long distance shot. Saved by the goalkeeper. Pushes it down to the ground. It bounces up. He's able to hop up and make a good second save as North Georgia were coming in to pick up the trash.
Good little second save there by the keeper.
Bounced up really quick, didn't he?
He was doing his best there to keep them under control because really these last few minutes, like we said, the last 15, 20 minutes, North Georgia's had the control of the positive play.
Long shot attempt by Profile. Easy save for North Georgia goalkeeper. He marches up to the top of the 18. Profile's keeper once again full of confidence. A player remains down. Officials checking on him. Profile player gets back up. I really appreciate this officiating. Not going to stop the play unless it's absolutely necessary. First 3 games of the day, the official would stop play and add 45 minutes of stoppage time. Nice ball for Kalonji. He's able to creep in behind the defense. Can he find the back post? He can't. Great save by the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper comes out, gets one paw on it. Just enough to stop the goal-scoring opportunity for Profile, who had a chance to go up 1-0 late in this first half.
And now here starts to come a little bit of that animosity that we've been dealing with these last few hours. Center ref doing his best to gain control quickly. And I really think that that's what happened that last match, was that center ref just didn't control.
Let's just be honest. I think he was a little frightened out there. Didn't want to make anybody more upset than they already were.
I think so.
Just caught in a position, the position being a center official in the UPSL that he shouldn't have been in.
Yeah, he'll learn. He'll learn from that, and if he has another opportunity at some point in the future.
Does he take it though?
Yeah,
it's not that he can't handle it. It's just it's a really big hit, to your mentality and to your head. Do you want to be involved in that again?
Well, as a keeper, you take that first massive hit. Do you want to take that hit again?
I see.
If
That's
it is
different.
something that you are passionate about, then yeah, you will.
It's not so much as passion. It's more along the lines of getting hit by a goalkeeper. You love that. You love that. But when a player is charging at you, wanting to fight you as an official, and something that you're not used to, maybe it's just a position you don't want to put yourself back into because you don't want to be around confrontation.
Yeah.
Who knows? But it's just a big difference because the official right here, he's already in control of the game.
Yeah.
But you said it before there. You mentioned that center official was never intended to be in the middle, so we're really unsure as to why he had that position today in such an important contest.
It's hard to say without speaking to,
Of course.
the referee assigner. You know, could it be that
Maybe
you
he
had
wanted
other-
it.
Maybe he wanted it. Maybe the staff was short this weekend. We have a lot of soccer that goes on in the Georgia region.
Once the parents and coaches start getting involved in these games, the center really has to take control. It was a scary scene last game, that's for sure.
And it's one of those things where
Put
know,
yourself in their shoes.
you put yourselves in your shoes, and you have to have to be a successful center ref in soccer. You have to have a very dominant
Personality.
Take a look at the very, very best referee that ever existed, the great Italian.
Gianluigi. He's the reason why he's the reason why there's so much stoppage time in the World Cup this summer. He told he's the head official for the World Cup, and he told everybody, you're adding time for subs, you're adding time for injuries, you're adding time for throw-ins.
Yeah,
As a spectator, I don't mind the extra time.
No, it's been very entertaining. And we've seen results in matches that we've never seen before.
Exactly.
And it's made for some really compelling soccer. It's weird that it's happening in late November, early December, instead of in the summer that we're accustomed to doing. And we've seen a complete stoppage of all the regular season soccer that we've grown accustomed to.
100%.
But it's been very entertaining.
Keepers out. North Georgia have a chance to catch him off guard. Storming into the 18. Nice defense there by Profile. This is one of the first opportunities North Georgia has had, Larry, in a while. The official didn't like what they saw. Maybe it's offside. Great call by the AR on the far side. Put the flag up for offside. Free kick for Kalonji as time is ticking away in the first half. Don't expect too much stoppage.
Yeah, if there's one thing I can say for this first match here, or this first half of this match, is Kalonji's defense has been a little suspect so far.
Yeah, a little timid. A little shaky, if you will. What? I said a little shaky, if you will. And that is going to do it for the first half of play here at Southern Crescent Stadium. Kalonji Pro Profile U23s, North Georgia United tied at 0 as we head to the break. Larry, both teams putting on a really nice display of action here. Neither team able to break one another down. We're going to go into the break tied at 0. See what kind of regrouping the teams are going to do to try and find a goal. We will be back right after this short halftime break. Welcome back to Southern Crescent Stadium. Kalonji Pro Profile U23s. North Georgia United tied at 0 as we begin the second half of play. Both teams, Larry, pretty 50-50 in the first half as far as possessions and chances created. I don't think many things were needed to be said at halftime between the coaches. Just wanted to let their teams know we're still in it. Got a whole half to play. We got a date with FC Atlanta Academy. We can get through this one.
Yeah, it's been a very entertaining match. Minus all the extra antics that we've had to deal with as we come up into this match. This match by itself has been quite enjoyable. Both teams have been playing very well. Like we said, going into this match, both of these teams very similar to each other, playing style and ability. And it's been very nice little added treat at the end of this day to see a very good competition.
Nice bit of skill here from the number 9 for Kalonji Pro Profile, keeping the ball on his shoestring. Until we had a meltdown at the end of the Dalton Atlanta City game. Talk about a good game on our hands, Larry.
Yes, I mean, when we talk about the matches that we've seen over the course of this day, they've been entertaining.
Since the second game yesterday, all the games have been pretty entertaining. Atlanta United really put it on Vinotinto, but
yes,
other than that.
Yeah. And you feel for, you look at yesterday, you really feel for Atlanta Rovers.
Oh.
They were really the better team against Laminio, LGSA. Unfortunately, they beat themselves.
They scored They scored more goals for their opponent than they did themselves.
Exactly. And then today, today's matches have been quite entertaining. Unfortunately, we've had some extracurricular things. We had the unfortunate injury that happened in the Laminio LGSA U20 match. And then we had the after-hours shenanigans that happened in the last match. And say, in my head, I was like, I think the Dalton player there at the end thought it was Royal Rumble 1998 when he needed to break some glass and prove a point there.
I think you just solidified my go-to-bed pay-per-view tonight. Profile tried to go near post. Nice save by the goalkeeper. Coach Krim Tamimi liked what he sees. They won themselves a goal kick, they being Kalonji Pro Profile. They're going to get a right foot corner. Look for this to in-swing right in the middle. No, they're going to go for short. Inside the 18, play back to the corner taker. Plays it into the far post, headed up into the mixer from North Georgia right at the top of the 18. Put back in the danger zone. Bicycle kick attempt. Very dangerous from Kalonji Pro Profile. Unsuccessful. The attempt wasn't dangerous, just the play. The advantage was lost. Good officiating.
Think this is our first piece of plastic so far?
Yep. Larry, this may be one of the first fouls called so far. I don't remember too many dead balls in the first half unless out of bounds.
They've been light on the calls tonight. But, you know.
It's been a good game. It's not been rough. It's been a beautiful game so far.
You took the words out of my. I was going to say that there hasn't been the need to blow the whistle and call a foul because these two teams have been playing, if I can say anything for both of these two teams, very professional.
Yes.
Very happy with what I'm seeing out of these two teams. You know, this is our first chance that we've had an opportunity to see North Georgia. Extremely impressed with their abilities and how the team is controlled. Definitely want to shout out the North Georgia sponsorship, their supporters that help make this engine run that is their UPSL Georgia Division I team. Manassas Polymers and CrossFit Trackside, both of them helping North Georgia get to this point. Definitely have to thank them for doing what they do.
Of course. Nice through ball here. Kalonji profile. Find the back of the net. Go up 1-0 in the 51st minute. There's some protest. The assistant referee disagrees. Looks like he put his flag up for offside. No goal.
He did put his flag up for offsides. Let's take a look.
We're already back in the live action.
As soon as we get an opportunity here, we'll take a look at that again and see if we can. Okay, here we go. Take a look at this replay. Let's see if we see. It had to have come.
I'm not sure. I didn't see the AR flag go up.
That's an interesting one.
Like, I really have no idea. Long shot attempt, sails over the bar. Goal kick, Kalonji. First substitution of the night for North Georgia. Another foul called. It's going to be a free kick for North Georgia. Or it could be a throw-in, unsure. Big free kick lifted into the 18 for North Georgia. Still bouncing in the 18. Nice recovery there by Kalonji. Tried to clear it up. Deflects off North Georgia. Kalonji's going to win a profile. Very lucky. Going to be a foul committed on North Georgia. Free kick for Kalonji. Players stay down just for a few seconds. Center official helps him up. Going to restart with a drop ball. Kalonji Pro Profile cannot score from this drop ball until another player touches it. Yeah, I made it clear a few weeks ago. I'm not a fan of the sportsmanship drop ball. Should be banned and just be returned for a indirect free kick since it's indirect anyways. Should be 2 different drop balls. Drop ball to restart play from a dead ball. An injury drop ball should be an indirect free kick. Can clear up all sorts of confusion. Throw in for North Georgia. Entering the 58th minute, still tied at 0. North Georgia with a throw and intercepted by Kalonji.
Well, Drew, I had to do some internet sleuthing in regards to that goal. Or I should say non-goal. What it was is it hit the outer post, but went through a hole
Goal kick.
into it,
Okay.
and it was a goal kick.
We were really confused on that one.
I was super. I had to replay it.
So the assistant referee pointed for a goal kick, not offside.
Exactly.
There we go. Makes sense.
I could have waited until a little bit later and had a conversation with him. It was easier to look at it. It was a goal kick. Good call. And that was eagle eye to spot that, because even from up here we didn't spot that. I had to go frame by frame to see that it, because it was right at the corner.
Dalton's North Georgia says it's theirs. Kalonji says it's theirs. The official agrees with Profile. It will be red throw. Kalonji player puts his body in front of the man, slow him down. Referee didn't like it. It's going to be a yellow card. Free kick for North Georgia, right over half field. Unsure of what he's confused about. Clear foul. Good call by the official. Yellow card was deserved. Nice move on the left side here, but a great defensive play by Kalonji. Georgia wanted a handball. Yellow card was given to given to North Georgia for the retaliation on the no call.
Well, they're sort of like in the same region, Dalton and North Georgia.
I really have no idea why I keep saying that.
Because we had that shenanigan that went down previously. Kalonji has one player that's up getting ready.
Nice ball play right in the center. Gets 2 fists on it as the Kalonji goalkeeper. Able to clear it away.
Little interesting choice to clear that away. You would think you'd want to just grab it.
Uh-huh. Plenty of space in front of him. Georgia have a great goal-scoring opportunity ahead of them, but another great defensive play by Profile. Cleared away up the right side. Still got a really good game ahead of us. About 28 minutes to go plus stoppage. The winner of this matchup has a date with FC Atlanta Academy in the semifinals next week. Nice defensive recovery here from Kalonji Profile. Not making it easy for North Georgia. Referee plays advantage. Try to loop it over the middle here. Profile goalkeeper comes out, makes an easy save. Profile wanted a foul. Referee disagreed. Long shot attempt by North Georgia. Sails over both crossbars. We're going to have a goal kick for Kalonji. 65th minute. Still tied at 0. Live at Southern Crescent Stadium. Fourth and final UPSL Georgia Division I quarterfinal playoff matchup. FC Birmingham have inked a spot. Dalton United have inked a spot. FC Atlanta Academy are waiting on the winner of this. They'll play each other next week in the semifinals. Shot on goal. Easy save for North Georgia goalkeeper.
I think I have to apologize to you, Drew, because I just had a thought that popped in my head of, I wonder what would happen if this game went to extra time.
What did you just say?
I'm sorry.
I didn't hear what you said.
I said I just had the thought that popped in my head that said, I wonder what would happen if this game went to extra time. I think I may have. I think I may have just Ray Stansed us. Hopefully that's not the case. We still got
In
25
all
minutes.
caps.
We got 25 minutes. Come on, one of these teams. Show us what you got.
Long shot attempt for profile. Sails over the bar once again. Neither team able to keep their shots down.
As the greatest announcer once said, just a bit outside.
A wee bit. Ball's bouncing inside. Kalonji's 18. They're able to clear it away. North Georgia knocking on the doorstep as we enter the 68th minute. Score still tied at 0. Who's going to finish one another off? Who's going to go on next week and face FC Atlanta Academy for a spot in the final?
Both teams still have a pretty solid bench that they can call on.
High kick, free kick, Kalonji inside their own 18. Kalonji pushed the ball up the right side. Can he catch up to it and keep it in bounds? Tries to play it across the middle. Bounces off the corner flag and will be a goal kick for Dalton.
We apologize, North Georgia. It's been a very long day. Been a very long weekend.
I mean, I'm saying it with just ease. It's not like I'm mixing the two together. I mean, Dalton is just coming out with ease. I'm trying to figure it out. Here comes Kalonji coming down through the middle. Shot on goal, and it just sails wide left. May have had a deflection. And the referee disagrees. It will be a goal kick.
So you want to be a broadcaster. You look at yesterday, we spent about 12 hours at Atlanta Silverbacks. And as of right now, we're coming into hour 11 here at beautiful Southern Crescent Stadium in Riverdale, Georgia.
Do what you love what you do, right? Ooh. Just kept that bend off of it and put it to the far post. North Georgia could have gone up 1-0. Profile unable to keep it in bounds. Gonna be a throw in for North Georgia.
Got a player down for North Georgia, so here's finally starting to see a substitute for North Georgia. Getting his last minute pieces off and ready to go. Coming over. Looks like number 6. Those are
number. Yeah, that's one of the weirdest looking jersey number situations I've ever seen.
Hard jersey to see from up here. Probably in the daylight, it might be a little bit easier.
Georgia dispossess Kalonji in the midfield. Streaking down the right side. Foul on Kalonji. Free kick North Georgia. Oh, referee says play on. We'll play the advantage to Kalonji. Nice officiating. And it's just going to be just a foot offside. Free kick for North Georgia.
Starting to get a little bit of precipitation out there. Just a little misty. Just another way to end this long, drawn-out weekend. It's been a lot of fun. Enjoyed bringing all this UPSL Georgia coverage.
Starting to get down to the nitty-gritty next week. Semifinals in the Premier Division and final in the Premier Division and semifinals here in Division 1.
Yeah, Division 1 just has been just about a week off of.
Oh, nice ball. He's in behind the defense. Can he get a shot on goal? He does, but he shoots it right at the goalkeeper. You'd like to see him take another touch. Maybe look up, see where his positioning is. Great opportunity by Kalonji Pro Profile U23 team. Foul coming up the pitch once again. Just a bit too much. It's going to roll over the touchline for a Kalonji Pro Profile throw-in. Square throw. Plays it back to the right side. Hesitates, cuts it back on the inside, tries to play the ball down the right side, intercepted by North Georgia, but Kalonji win it right back. Nice 1-2 by Profile. They're inside the 18. Can he get a shot away? Puts it to the far post and an own goal for North Georgia United. Sends the ball into the goal and puts Kalonji Profile up 1-0. Own goal.
Kalonji starting to get the bulk of the positive play these last few minutes. We'll take a look at this one more time. You see coming up, he tries to slot it across. Nothing that the defender could do as he was making the run in for the block. Ends up going into the back of the net in favor of Kalonji.
It's going to be an own goal by number 16, Kevin Guzman. It's the third own goal that we've had in less than 24 hours.
Coach for the evening, Kareem Tamimi's got to feel proud of the boys so far.
Throw in for Kalonji on the far side of the pitch. They go right down the line. Just now joining us is our fourth and final quarterfinal matchup here in the UPSL Division I playoffs. Kalonji Profile take a 1-0 lead over North Georgia. An unfortunate own goal by number 16, Kevin Guzman, puts Kalonji Profile up 1-0. And as things stand right now, Kalonji Profile will meet FC Atlanta Academy in the semifinals of the playoffs next week. The winner of that will go on to the final to play Dalton United or FC Birmingham U23s. Another shot on goal by Kalonji, sails wide left. Set up another goal kick for North Georgia.
Number substitute ready to go on for North Georgia. I want to say it looks like 16. No, that'll be number 18. 18. Apologize. So hard to see these.
Only reason why I knew that was 16 in the starting 11.
Good eye. Could have been a handball, but chose not to, as North Georgia gained possession.
No corner kick as the keeper kept it in bounds. Nice play by Profile.
Impressive to be able to keep that in.
Got some players up off the Kalonji bench warming up. 10 minutes plus stoppage left in this contest. Big throw into the box for Kalonji. Going to try and put a second on the board. Keeper comes out, makes a beautiful save. Maybe didn't make the save that he wanted, just enough to distract the offensive player for Kalonji, to distract him.
Hopefully, can we dream for a short stoppage time? Please.
Who knows?
I'm just a simple man.
Just want the easy things and laugh. Dalton creeping into the 18 of Kalonji, trying to tie it at 1. But the goalkeeper, another great save in him, steps off his line, scoops it up.
We've said it again and again. I'm really, really impressed with what we've seen from North Georgia. This is our first time seeing them. New to the UPSL Georgia Conference up in the West region of Division I. Been very impressive. They're going to stay in Division I for next season. Unfortunately, did not earn a promotion, but they're a well put together organization. I see them coming into the Premier very soon, if not in the spring. Oh, and a horror.
No, free. Both officials are right there. Neither of them called it.
It's getting spicy out there. We talk about hashtag response time. I think North Georgia thinks that that's now. It's a foul.
Referee,
Substitute
another
for
sub?
North Georgia. While that's happening, let's take a look at that last little challenge. Let's see if it was a foul or not. You be the judge, Drew. Moving down that right side.
Yeah,
he did.
He didn't
He got ball.
I didn't
Stand
see.
corrected.
I didn't see him get any ball.
He got it with. He came in with his left. If he would have came in with his right. If he would have came in with his right, it would have been a foul, but he came in with his left.
Nice ball. Unable to make it over the top of the back line of Profile. Nice attempt there by North Georgia. Nice little skill over there on the right side for Kalonji. The attackers need to watch their offside. It's going to be a foul on Profile, free kick for North Georgia.
That time, foul on Kalonji because he's pulling back on the defender, trying to get that space.
Needs to be careful. Don't want to pick up a yellow card here late in the game.
North Georgia working on some few more substitutes. Is what that looks like. He's going to be replacing number 10.
Profile sub as well. Number 5 is looking to check in. Dispossessed in their own third. was North Georgia. Kalonji with a chance to put the second on the board. Long shot attempt, just sails wide left. If it was on target, goalkeeper didn't have a chance.
Say number 9 has stepped it up for Kalonji these last few minutes, really putting it to that back line, making them work. We'll take a look at that chance again as a substitute's being made for Kalonji. Look at this shot, Drew. Quite an ambitious shot, taken about 40 yards out.
Yeah, it was pretty long distance. Gutsy. Gonna have a left-footed outswinging corner. And the kick is away. More backspin than anything.
Easy grab.
Yep. Hospital rollout by the goalkeeper. Ford's testing the keeper's. Approaching the 88th minute. Kalonji Pro Profile still on top 1-0. As we're entering crunch time here for North Georgia. They want to make something happen. They got to make it happen now. Oh, nice ball from Profile. Golden opportunity to put the second on the board, but he shoots it right at the goalkeeper, who produces a great save to keep his team in contention.
Seaver, the keeper has done everything that he can to keep them in this match, if not for just an accidental own goal. I may have to eat my words with the extra time.
Pretty even matchup without the own goal. Couldn't agree more. Just like the game last night with Rovers and LGSA. Able to keep it in bounds is number 9. Nice ball. Profile going to go up 2. No, he sails it over the bar. What another squandered opportunity to ice this game late in the game for Kalonji Pro Profile. Just needed an instep right into the back corner.
Well,
and the second goal was right there, Larry.
There's no need to power. It's all about placement. All you had to do is just direct it into one of the corners and be done.
It reminds me of Romelu Lukaku shanking the opportunity to send Belgium into the round of 16 in the World Cup. He went for power instead of placement, and you see where they are now. Gonna have a goal kick here in the 88th minute for North Georgia. They don't seem to be in too big of a rush. Gonna go out for a Kalonji throw-in.
After getting subbed off, Lukaku also used power over placement, and unfortunately the side of the bench paid the price.
You got to think, if Belgium had a fully fit squad, or at least a fully fit Romelu Lukaku, I don't think they'd be at home right now. I also feel that Roberto Martinez was on his last limb. He's no longer the Belgium coach. It's going to be a whole new regroup for that Belgian squad. Half the players on the team don't even like each other. I don't know how you're going to perform in a World Cup with disdain like that.
Well, it's also something that you could say about the Germany squad, because Germany did the 10-year plan to develop the national team, and I think the shelf life there has also expired because they just did not look like the Germany of old, or at least the Germany that we've seen these last 10, 15 years.
Yeah, ever since they won the 2014 World Cup, things have kind of spiraled out of control for the Germans. Coach after coach
And we haven't seen a lot of young player development.
I mean, you've got Musiala, but Musiala is he's English, or played in England, left Chelsea to go to Bayern Munich. You've got the likes of Thomas Müller, who was looking after the 2014 World Cup, Larry. He had the World Cup goal record in his sights to take away from Miroslav Klose. He hadn't scored a goal since the 2014 World Cup. Think about that. They haven't gotten past the group stage since winning the 14 World Cup.
And I mean, you look at the ages of all of those players.
Yeah, Neuer, like I said, Thomas Müller. Big throw in down the line here for Profile. Unable to keep it in bounds.
But that could be said about a lot of teams. There's a lot of teams that in the World Cup that have a very aged squad. And that's one of the things to be proud of in 4 years, everybody. The U.S. are coming. They had the third youngest team. Finally got back into the knockouts after 8 years. Let's see what they can do in 4.
I also like to think, and this is just my opinion, half of Germany's team plays for Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga. And, whether you like it to admit it or not, Bundesliga is a certified farmers league. So you enter the World Cup playing at that low competition all year long. I mean, you kind of reap what you sow. And, I'm not going to get into it that much, but I feel the Germans were more focused on political movements than they were on playing the game of soccer, and it sure as heck showed. We are in the We're in the 92nd minute. Like I said before, right now it's do or die for North Georgia. Their season is only seconds away from ending unless they can find an equalizer. Kalonji just needs to hold the ball up, let the time tick away, get it in the corner and hold the play. Great bit of skill by the number 9 for Profile. Plays it across, trying to find that second, ice the game, and they do. Kalonji Profile are going to go on to beat North Georgia United 2-0 as time is just about to expire. Profile have earned themselves a date with FC Atlanta Academy in the semifinal of the UPSL Georgia Division I playoffs.
Good build-up of play here by Kalonji. You see number 9 working around that left side, finally slots it all the way across. Nothing the keeper could do that time. In the back of the net, 2-0. And Kalonji Profile's U23s.
That may be all she wrote for the season of North Georgia United. Got to take your hats off to the lads. Played their hearts out today. And that will do it for North Georgia's season and for the ball game as Kalonji Profile go ahead and win 2-0 over North Georgia United here in the last game of the UPSL Georgia Division I quarterfinals. North Georgia just didn't have what it took today, Larry. Kalonji Profile 2 goals late. They're going to go home, rest up, and they'll meet FC Atlanta Academy in the semifinals next week.
Yeah, and you really feel for North Georgia, it was a very good matchup. It was competitive on both sides. Good little chess match. Unfortunately, they went down that 1 goal due to the own goal. And then that goal there, it just looked like they kind of ran out of gas these last 5 minutes. Number 9 for Kalonji Profile really put it to that back line these last 10 minutes and finally found his way through and got that second goal to seal this for Kalonji Profile's U23s.
Over 600 minutes of broadcasting this weekend for Atlantic Soccer Media Group. We're going to sign off for the weekend. We will see you next week. Semifinals and finals, Division I, Premier Divisions, UPSL Georgia Conference. Have a good rest of your Sunday. For Drew Dickinson, he was Larry Weaver. We are signing off.
Thank you for watching the Atlantic Soccer Media Group's coverage of UPSL soccer.